32 minutes, 21 seconds. 5-second tone followed by a 1-second pause.
You are listening to Spaceboy Universe.
Okay, gang, let's go.
Texas. Welcome to Spaceboy Universe, featuring Spaceboy and the lovely Surlana. So strap in and prepare for obstacles. And remember, it's Spaceboy Universe, and you're in it.
Yes, indeed. It is Saturday, December 26th, 2015, while it lasts. I am Spaceboy, and to my immediate left is the lovely Surlana. Say hello, Surlana.
Yo.
Yes, we are jazzed and ready to get this show on the road today. This is episode 014, and tonight's topic is Behind the Music with Spaceboy. I will be grilled like you've never seen before by Surlana. She's got her questions lined up, and we'll be talking about Spaceboy and Spaceboy music. Thanks for tuning in with us. And as we get things started, you can always follow us here at Spaceboy Universe on Twitter. The Twitter handler is at, let's see here.
The SB Universe.
Thank you for filling in for me. We will clear up fuzziness.
And where he says we're breaking up really bad.
Okay. How do we sound now? You want to grill our audience out there?
Our two listeners.
Well, I'm sure it'll grow by now.
Yeah.
While you're doing that, let me just go ahead and continue to talk here. So yeah, at the SB Universe is our Twitter handler. But if you want to follow us on the SpaceboyUniverse.com, if you're listening to the live feed, right within the live feed, there's a chat bubble. Go ahead and click on the chat bubble and join in all the fun. If you prefer to go directly to Spreaker.com, which that's where we're broadcasting from, you can definitely do it that way and definitely still get to the Spreaker chat bubble and join all the fun.
Still breaking up. I don't know what we can do about that.
Well, I would be curious to know, in fact,
you don't think it has anything to do with the 26 mile per hour winds in Houston, do you?
It could be. I'd be curious.
Storms are on their way tonight, late tonight, tomorrow morning. Bad ones. Okay.
All right, so we both had to cough really badly there for a second, and so we put the cough buttons on both of us. So as I continue along, we're looking through the technical difficulties and seeing where we're breaking up. And I think if we do this, maybe do a little bit of that. And as Surlana is doing the back end to check out how everything's sounding. So, yeah, so not only are we on Twitter, you can follow us on Spreaker, you can find us on YouTube, you can find us on SoundCloud. Like I was telling Surlana earlier tonight, is basically wherever you find a Starbucks online, we're right next door, giving you the universe right along with Starbucks. And
it's bad.
It is bad.
It's really bad. It's like a robot being.
Let's see here. Okay, people, I'm going to let Surlana talk a little bit. In fact,
oh boy.
Yeah, well, I'm going to
okay, I'm going to put my headphones back on then.
I'm going to, yeah. So, Surlana,
okay.
You've had some things to talk about.
Okay, I'm just saying this is the time of year. Oh, that's him putting his headphones because this time of year, like if I'm at work and I've been at home, I took off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. He's taking my iPod, whatever headphones. I like to sit down and watch some bootleg things on YouTube, on British shows, because that's the only way you can get to them is bootleg. Some of the things I like to watch, and I've learned, if you can't afford to go to college and you'd like to, there's a show you need to watch starting from the beginning to whatever letter they're up to now, the M's, I think, and it's called QI, or Quite Interesting. Go look for it on YouTube. It will tell you interesting facts, and then they'll ask these panel of people a question. They'll ask, what's the only thing you can see from the moon on Earth? And people always say things like, oh, well, the Great Wall. It's like, no, you can't see anything from the moon on Earth. You can barely make out the continents. So it's a really cool show, and it's hosted by Stephen Fry. And so that makes it really ultra cool, and it's always comedians and B-listers and TV show presenters over there in Britain. I enjoy it a lot. Another show I enjoy watching is Nevermind the Buzzcocks. And I know how that sounds, but it's a music quiz show. Again, you got your BC listers, your TV host presenters over there, musicians, comedians come on, and they ask them music-related questions, and they always do these intro rounds where two people have to get up, hum, or, try to get the other person to guess what song they're humming or singing, but without doing any lyrics. I enjoy that one. And then the other one I enjoy is Big Fat Quiz of the Year, which is another one they do at the end of the year, and I think they go back to 2009 or so. Dave says it's better. It's a bit better. I'm not sure what's... But I enjoy Big Fat Quiz of the Year. Go look that up. They're hilarious. They're not safe for work. They're probably not safe for under 18 because of the language. But I'm being told whatever you're doing, keep doing it. It's good. It's helping. Some better shows than we have, but then I'm not watching every show that we have to offer because I bore easily. And I know one of the things that he was going to bring up is some of the shows that are about to come back that we used to watch. I'm sorry, I'm looking at chat. We're looking forward to season 2 of Better Call Saul. And I think it's been so long that we're going to have to go back to season 1 and watch it all over again. Let me ask the group here, is it better? We're still crackling. It just might be that the weather is against us, and because of this storm that's coming, the winds are just howling. We've got the Texas flag on the side of our house, on the front of our house, and I'm sitting next to the window where the flag is, and it's just beating against the window. It sounds like somebody's trying to break in. Okay, he says we're understandable now. So that's good. We were talking about Better Call Saul at lunch and how it's not really a comedy, and it's not as dark as Breaking Bad. You all right? What? What's going on?
We're clear of the bell now.
He says, there you go. It's perfect. Is it something stupid that fixed it?
No,
What?
This is definitely live radio, everybody.
What happened?
I don't know. I mean, it all of a sudden it cleared up. I was about to cut that line out and then bring us up.
Okay. Is that you? It's not me.
No, that was you. Sorry. Yeah, so no, I unplugged a few plugs and rerouted the primary to the couplers and
You're right man to the main power to something like it. You pulled a Geordie LaForge basically.
So hey, you know
At least he's enjoying it.
I am. I mean, because you got to
Are
have.
you making that noise? I'm sorry. Let me mute the sounds on this computer. It's
I believe
getting tweeted at like crazy.
Dennis is too efficient at his job.
Dennis, oh my gosh! Now there's somebody I'd love to interview and talk to, but I don't want to put him on the spot.
Well, we just did. So Dennis, you know, Surlana wants to interview you and put you on the spot at some point.
I've never had an deep interview with a Canadian. That would be so exciting.
Well, I've talked to a few Canadians, and I've heard they're quite tasty. So,
oh, that's terrible.
Dum-dum. So, but yeah, I'll just quickly say this real quick. Hello, Beverly. Hello, K28. Hello, Les.
Leanne.
Hey, Leanne, how are you tonight? I'm so glad that y'all had the opportunity to tune in and see me choke on it, and then I guess in the long run fix everything, and we made it to warp drive before the Genesis bomb went off and destroyed part of the universe. So,
all right, now please resume your normal banter.
Now we resume our normal banter. Hey, I'm so glad that everybody could tune in tonight. You know, you can follow us on Twitter, and that's at the SB Universe. Or if you want to follow us on Spaceboy Universe, all you have to do is look at the little chat feed thing there up at the top of the banner, and then click on the talk bubble. But if you prefer to talk to us in Spreaker, hey, that's the route to go. You got the Spreaker app, click that bubble, and get into the chat room, and then we're all jamming out in there. So with that said, is there anything else? I mean, Surlana, we have a pretty huge footprint on the universe, don't we?
Well, what do you mean by footprint?
Well, meaning
digital footprint?
Digital footprint, meaning we're pretty much everywhere media goes, right?
Yeah, we're everywhere you want to be.
Exactly. In fact,
we know your hopes, we know your dreams, we've already lived them.
Last is basically we're like Starbucks, and if you find a Starbucks, just look around the corner, and there's Surlana and I drinking mocha frappuccinos, broadcasting live behind one of these Starbucks. But that's enough product placement for tonight. So what we did for Christmas is that we didn't do anything.
It was, if you mind me saying, it's kind of sad.
Yeah,
it was just the two of us, but I kind of think, okay, we've got each other, we have jobs that pay money for now, and we've got the house, so it's not like we're in dire straits or anything.
Once again, remember, you just said it was sad, so spending Christmas with me was sad, wasn't it?
No, I mean, you know, Dad's trapped in California, I can't get to him, he can't get here, and we didn't go anywhere, we didn't do anything.
The reality is, it's close to what my family life is. I mean, granted, my aunt lives about 7 miles away from here, and we haven't seen or talked to her since November when I was in the dog house sick as a dog.
Maybe they don't want us back because they think we're going to infect them again.
I was messed up. I'm still, recovering from a cough thing.
I'm going to force you to see a doctor.
Well, I've decided to go to a doctor as soon as
it's not gone.
Holidays. Well, there's other things that, the plumbing and all of myself needs to be checked out, and I guess I'm just due to go see a doctor about my health, and so I could stay healthy and keep on doing what I'm doing, keep on trucking. But so this Christmas we really didn't do anything. In fact, we didn't really put up a tree this year.
We didn't have gifts.
We didn't.
Well, I gave him a Splenda packet at Denny's. I said, "Here's your Christmas gift." So
yeah, but I did buy you little trinkets here and there, but.
Who wanted some circus peanuts?
Oh, K28.
Who was that?
K28.
We got to hook him up.
Yeah, we got to get K28 hooked up with some circus peanuts.
Careful.
Don't read anything into that. I said peanuts, not what you're thinking. Because I know,
It's just like E.T. all over again.
You're married with somebody long enough, and they just twist your words into saying that something else.
It's already hot in here, and not in a good way.
And we haven't been drinking whatsoever.
No, I've got some water with some flavored powder in it.
And I've got water with no flavoring powder stuff into it. But so, yeah, the highlight out of Christmas is that we went to Denny's for Christmas and had, I guess,
we
breakfast.
sat there, and he had his thing, I had my thing, and I had my phone with my headphones on, and I watched my thing, and you watched your thing.
The thing has a proper noun, and that thing was our iPhone. So we watched our shows. I can't remember when I brought this up. I've been watching this show called Fixer Uppers.
Oh yeah, you've been obsessed with the home improvement fixer-uppers.
In fact, we've had some stuff we bought from IKEA almost a year ago, and I finally broke down and built one of the devices that we've been wanting to build.
How long have we had those in boxes?
At least a year out.
We've had some IKEA shelves in a console unit in boxes.
We've got 3 shelves. I built one, and remarkably, it was fairly easy to build. But it's been over a year. And
it's cool. It's like it's a shelving unit. It's open in front and back, but you can lay it on its side, and it's kind of like a console,
Yeah.
And the first thing that's happened is the cat put herself in one of the shelves, so she fits perfectly.
Mm-hmm. That was entertaining.
That was very entertaining.
So long story short is, I guess I've gotten the bug. In fact, I even went so far as to build a device where my studio thing is, so that I could put my mixer underneath and put the computers on top, and I even put a light underneath. I mean, it was nice getting out my saw and drill and doing something creative like that, and working outside the box. So that was the extent of our Christmas, and building, I guess, furniture, if you will. And at some point, I'll be putting shelves on. I've got a 3-day holiday coming next week.
1 year.
Yeah,
that's impressive.
Things happen, school and work and school, and then of course the rest of the universe. It's a big universe to travel. Sometimes it's hard to make time for those little tiny things. But made time. I had time. It beat going stir crazy or cabin fever. So anyway, I'm excited because I love watching TV, right? I just
I wasn't ready for that. You just looked at me.
So Venture Brothers is starting up. It's season 6. It's starting up next month.
For those that don't know, the Venture Brothers is an animated series that's been going on for a really long time, because they take these huge breaks between airing, and it's on Adult Swim on Cartoon Network. Mm-hmm. Not for kids.
No, definitely not for kids. It's more for grown-ups, or at least teenagers that are older. I wouldn't recommend it for anybody 10 or younger.
I wouldn't go that. I'd do 15 or older.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know anything about people under 35, so I'm not an expert.
Well, if you're living in your mom's basement and you're like 38, you'll probably enjoy watching the Venture Brothers.
Now, don't be hating on people. I was 37 before I left home.
I'm just saying. That's some kids out there that are, okay, it's kind of like comic book guy from The Simpsons, that kind of character. I'm not getting at like you, for example, living at home so late, but I'm just saying those, they could be encouraged to go out and explore the universe. So anyway, that's the Venture Brothers, Adult Swim. And then Netflix is going to be releasing a few new stuff for this next month.
New old stuff.
Well, let's face it.
New to Netflix, anyway.
I know you enjoyed the original movie Constantine.
I wouldn't say that. I was fascinated.
Over the years, wanted to buy the DVD and the Blu-ray, and then there were times where I say, well, it's pretty cheap. Let's buy it.
I'm over it.
Okay.
I'm over it.
He's related to I guess he's DC Universe.
Oh, is he like a comic book character?
Yeah. Yes, he is.
Now that I didn't know.
Yeah, now you know.
The more you know.
Some of the other things that are coming up, I noticed it was Pride and Prejudice, which was the 2005 version that starred...
Oh, Keira Snorley and Matthew McFugly. I couldn't care less.
Well, I couldn't care less for that one either. Swordfish, which is a great movie.
I've seen pieces of that.
That's the one with Hugh Jackman, and he plays a hacker, and John Travolta stars as the bad guy in it. And it also has, oh my goodness, I forgot her name already. But there is a very tasty scene in that one, and it's hard to forget that scene.
You're talking about, what's her face there?
For y'all that can't see through the microphone, Surlana just did this oolah curve thing, and that's the person. She's
an X-Man, one of the couple of X-Men.
plays
Halle Berry.
I'm getting to that age where my brain is
Leanne
switched
put
genes.
it. Yeah.
Okay, good. Great for the audience to participate. That's what it's there for. Training Day, which has Denzel Washington. He won an Academy Award for that. It's a cop drama, and it has Ethan Hawke in it.
Boring.
Well, it's a dude movie.
It's a dude movie.
Speaking of other movies or shows, there's Z Nation Season 2, which, like I usually...
Is that zombies?
That's zombies. As I was kind of describing, it's on Sci-Fi, and it's kind of cheesy in a way, because when you think of Walking Dead, that's like the standard, like...
Gritty drama,
gritty,
like...
It could happen,
It's like, it seems real, like, what happens if it be real?
Yeah, and I kind of compared it to Sharknado, but it's not that hokey for this Z Nation. But what I'm saying is...
You're comparing the Z Nation to Sharknado hokiness?
Well,
is that what you're saying?
It was birthed from Sci-Fi.
Oh,
channel.
well, that is questionable.
Yeah, it's questionable. The Sci-Fi
Anything from Sci-Fi is questionable.
home of the B movies, or maybe B minus. So since there's a season 2, that opens it up for me to binge watch. So I'm sure you're going to go nuts with me binge watching.
Anytime you binge watch and you're busy, that just means I have more free time to go do more reading, do whatever I want. I know where you are, don't have to worry about it, and there you go.
Well, isn't that special? X-Files is coming out next month. I know you're thrilled to death on that one. January 24th, X-Files. That looks cool. I mean, everybody's out there in the universe is like, ooh, I can't wait for that show to come back.
What's that show?
X-Files.
Oh, the reboot.
Well, it's not really a reboot. It's like it's coming back. And sometimes Fox like to regurgitate some shows, but this is not the issue with this show. They're bringing a lot of people back that went to the original show, and Surlana is about to.
They say it's messing up again.
It is.
Well, we've done all we can do. I mean, other than
hit it with a sledgehammer.
Other than having a little prayer, just like, could you stop that weather for an hour or two, and then
let me ask you this:
sound like a robot?
Is there anybody in the house, the rest of the house? Are we downloading anything on any other computers or?
No, unless is Steam doing anything? My Steam isn't doing anything.
Yeah, that Steam, we downloaded some games.
Because Steam just has these amazing sales right now.
Yeah. No, I don't see anything else running. Let me do Task Manager to see what else is on this machine while I switch.
Leanne says it's weird, robot-y, but kind of cool.
I am a robot.
This is the #1 program for robots. Did you know that?
Yes.
Maybe we're just going to broadcast straight to robots.
Let's see. Performance.
She's checking the computer that is streaming this to see, make sure there's nothing else going on.
What we're trying something new for the first time. Is that I've downloaded the application that comes courtesy of Spreaker, and I was having some difficulties where I was using their Flash-based program, and wanted to try something new, which would allow me to. K28, it's breaking up. That's wonderful. Everything looks good on the machine over here. I don't see anything running that should be doing. I'm checking it out.
I just think it has to do with the circumstances that we're under right now with Texas.
That's the only thing I can think of too.
There have been severe tornadoes in Texas, mostly north in Dallas, but it's not good.
Yeah, it's been pretty windy out there.
Like I said, it just might be beyond our control.
Well, at the very least, my audience, you've got the Spreaker chat. It's a good time to just huddle around the chat window and yes, I agree with you.
Turn over a barrel, light it on fire, and huddle.
It's my thing about Flash is I'm ready to go to HTML5 and be away with Flash. Flash's day has come and gone. I mean, as far as using it as a tool to create animation, not so bad. But as far as using it as an interface to something reliable, like in this situation, not very high on my list. In fact, before I started the show tonight, I tried to update the Flash and the other device on Adobe, and it just sound Shockwave? Yeah, Shockwave.
Ugh, Shockwave.
I always...
Shockwave, Silverlight, and Flash. They just...
Well, Silverlight is a
want them all to die.
Microsoft product. Actually, Silverlight is not so bad. But as far as Flash is concerned...
You've got the DirectX you've got to download from these other things. You know, it never ends.
It gets me is Adobe makes some really great products, and you would think that they could pull a rabbit out of their hat for Flash. But the best thing to do is the Deep 6 Flash, and let's go ahead and just get HTML5, load it, rock and roll on that, and, go forward. At least HTML5 is pretty solid, and what say y'all, audience? Go ahead and chime in on this one if you think,
Still Flash, but we can keep animated GIFs, and yes, I'm going to pronounce it GIFs, not GIFs, because that's just freaking weird.
Choosy Mom chooses GIFs. So, how's it sound right now? Does anybody want to tell us how it sounds now?
Yes. Is it still bad?
Let's see here. We fuzzy.
I just don't think there's anything we can do about it.
I think we're just going to have to move forward and just hope for the best.
Still robots with colds.
Colds, yeah, that probably would fall into place. Let's see here. As I'm thinking what to do next. I tell you what.
Break time?
Yeah, let's take a break because it's almost the bottom of the hour. And then we'll cue it up, and I guess I'll hand off the talking to you, Surlana. So when we come back, we'll talk Spaceboy music.
You're listening to Spaceboy Universe, your cosmic tour de force.
Hey, Surlana!
What?
If Spaceboy Universe was cheese, would you eat it? Come on now, it's a simple question.
Maybe.
SpaceboyUniverse.com. Do you have a great product or an idea? Then Spaceboy Universe is looking for you. We invite you to contact us at contact@spaceboyuniverse.com. Be a part of the universe. Be a part of Spaceboy Universe.
Techno, dance, atmospheric moves? Yes, my friends. My latest release, Digital, has something for everyone. Even makes a great gift for grandma. Buy your digital download at spaceboymusic.com.